Hello, my dear bacho, and welcome back. Exams are just around the corner, so I thought let's do a super quick revision of a very important chapter. Now, before we start, don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends and tell me what you think in the comments. Chalo, let's begin.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The tiniest little insect you see buzzing around a flower, that huge banyan tree in your village, the fish swimming in the rivers, the birds up in the sky. Our Earth is it's packed with millions and millions of different kinds of life. It's amazing, right? And you know what? There's a special, very important word for all of this variety. All right, so let's jump right in. What is this big word? It's biodiversity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, another big complicated word I have to memorize for the exam. But trust me, it's actually super simple once we break it down. Don't you worry. Let's see how.
See, I told you it was simple. Let's break it down. Bio, what does that mean? It means life. And diversity, well, that just means variety. So you put them together, biodiversity is simply the variety of life. That's it. It's all the different plants, animals, and even those tiny little microorganisms, all living together in one place. You can think of it like our planet's living treasure chest.
Okay, so to really understand this treasure, scientists like to look at it in 3 different ways. Think of it like 3 steps on a ladder. First, we have genetic diversity, then species diversity, and finally, ecosystem diversity. Let's quickly climb these steps one by one.
So step 1 is genetic diversity. This is all about the variety you find inside a single species. The best example? Mangoes. We all love mangoes, right? We have Alfonso, Desheri, Langra, so many different types. They are all mangoes, but each one is a little different in taste, in size, in color. That, my dear bachcho, is genetic diversity. Now the next level, species diversity, is even easier. It's just the number of different types of species in an area. So in a forest, you might have tigers, deer, monkeys, snakes, all living together. That variety is species diversity.
And that brings us to our third and final level, ecosystem diversity. You know, an ecosystem is kind of like a big neighborhood for plants and animals. And our planet Earth has so many different kinds of neighborhoods, or homes. We've got hot deserts, cold mountains, deep oceans, and of course, beautiful lush forests. Just like these amazing shola grasslands you can see here from the Western Ghats. This variety of different homes is what we call ecosystem diversity.
Okay, so now we know what biodiversity is. We've got the 3 levels down. But, so what? Why is this so important? I mean, why is it even a chapter in your textbook? Well, let me tell you, it's because biodiversity is like our planet's very own superpower, and it is absolutely crucial for us. Let's find out why. This is a super important part for your exam, so listen closely. Just remember that biodiversity has 3 really big jobs to do. You can think of them as its ecological role, its economic role, and its scientific role. Let's go through each job one by one. It's easy to remember. First up, its ecological job. You know, every single species, no matter how small, has a role to play. I love this example. Think of a game of Jenga. Each wooden block is one species. Now, what happens when you start pulling out the blocks one by one? The whole tower gets shaky, wobbly, and then crash, it falls down. It's the exact same with an ecosystem. The more species you have, the stronger and healthier it is. Next, let's talk about money, the economic role. Honestly, you can think of biodiversity as a giant, free supermarket for all of us. I mean, everything we eat, our rice, our dal, our fruits, our vegetables, where does it come from? Biodiversity. So many of our medicines, worth crores and crores of rupees, are made from plants. The wood for our furniture, the cotton for our clothes, it all comes from nature's treasure chest. And the third big job is the scientific one. This is so fascinating. Every single living creature, from a tiny ant to a giant whale, is like a page in the giant storybook of life on Earth. By studying them, scientists can understand how life evolved, how our own bodies work, and where we fit into this amazing web of life. It's a living library, and guess what? We are still discovering new pages every single day.
But, okay bachcho, now we have to talk about the sad part of the story. This amazing treasure, this incredible superpower of our planet, it's in a lot of trouble. It's actually disappearing at a scary fast rate. And the main reason for this? Well, it's us. It's human activities.
So, who are the main villains in this story? Well, first, there's deforestation. That's just cutting down our forests. Then you have overexploitation. That's when we use up resources way too fast. Then there's pollution, of course, and something called exotic species.
That's when a new plant or animal is brought to a place where it doesn't belong, and it causes a lot of trouble. And finally, of course, there's the terrible problem of poaching and illegal hunting.
And because of all these threats, so many beautiful animals, like this absolutely adorable red panda you see here, they're now called endangered species. This is a very, very serious word, Bachon. It means there are so few of them left that they are in immediate danger of becoming extinct. And extinct means gone forever. Once a species is gone, it never ever comes back.
Now, there's a big international group called the IUCN that keeps track of all this. For your exam, you should just remember these three main categories, okay? Endangered, that's the most critical one, in immediate danger. Then there's vulnerable. That means it's likely to become endangered soon. And then there's rare, which means, well, their population is already very, very small.
Okay. Enough of the sad, serious news. The story is not over yet, because we can be the heroes. We can step up and save this amazing treasure. So the big question is, how? How can we protect our biodiversity? Let's find out what we can do.
You know, our country, India, took a really big and important step a long time ago, back in 1972. The government passed something called the Wildlife Protection Act, and because of this law, we now have so many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries all across the country. These are like special safe zones, where animals and their homes are kept safe.
And here's something that should make you all feel very, very proud. Did you know that India is one of only 12 countries in the entire world to be called a mega diversity center? How cool is that? It's because we're in a tropical region and we're just blessed with a truly incredible number and variety of plants and animals. It's a huge honor, but it's also a very big responsibility.
Okay, now have a good look at this map. All those shaded areas you see, those are called biodiversity hotspots. Now, what's a hotspot? It's a place that has a massive number of species, but, and this is the important part, it's also under extreme threat. Now, can you spot India? Look closely. We have not one, but two of these super important hotspots, the Western Ghats down in the south and the Eastern Himalayas up in the northeast.
All right, Bachel, exam time. Let's get you 100% prepared. I am going to show you a question now that is very, very, very common from this chapter, okay? So pay close attention. Are you ready?
Here it is. What are the major factors responsible for the loss of biodiversity? This usually comes for 3 marks, so just take a second. Think about it. What points would you write down in your answer?
Okay, here is a perfect model answer for you. Just remember these keywords, all right? Habitat loss and deforestation, overexploitation, pollution, introduction of exotic species, and poaching. If you can just write down these points and explain each one in a single line, I promise you, you will get full marks. Make sure you note this down somewhere.
And now, to finish, I have a question for you. Because, just learning about this is the first step, but taking action, that's what makes a real difference. So my question is, what is one small green habit that you will start today to become a biodiversity hero? Let me know in the comments below. All the very best for your exams, my dear Bachon. You are going to do great.